What's going on, guys? It's your boy Adjan back again for another Alchemy Stars video, and for today's video I will be presenting to you guys my Thunder tier list. And first of all, tier lists are pretty much subjective. It varies from person to person. You may agree or disagree with me, and it's fine. And just note that this is purely based on my opinions and my opinions alone, so take it with a grain of salt. And this tier list has been long overdue since I was supposed to do this before, but lots of things came up and I've already forgotten about it. I already did a tier list for water, fire, and forest, and I probably should have updated that one, and you guys should probably look it up, and I will post the links in the description below. And I will be rating the units based on their kit and how well they perform, and also units shall be in their max breakthrough are considered, since if you are rating a unit, you should rate the unit based on its full potential, not in a vanilla state. So with all of that being said, let's start first from the low rarity ones up to the highest rarity. Take note also that if the units are rated low, it does not mean that the unit is bad. It just means that there are better units that can perform well. Let's start with the 3-star with where is Ami? Ami is Healer. If you're looking for a budget healer for the Thunder team and don't have Nadine, she can fulfill that role. Her heals are based on her attack for her chain combo, and her passive healing from equipment are based on her defense. Her active skill has 2 rounds cooldown and has preemptive, which is good. I've rated her at Healer since she doesn't bring that much to the team besides the heals, and her stats are low because she's a 3-star. And being a 3-star means she cannot go to Ascension 3. Next up is Angel. Seeker. She's a detonator, but there are a bunch of detonator units in the Thunder that can do better than her. Next up we have is Eho. Eho is Seeker. She's your budget teleporter. With a low cooldown of 1 round for her teleport skill, she might be useful on some niche stages, but with low stats as a 3-star unit, she's rated low. If only she was like Peppy, whose teleport skill has no cooldown, meaning you can use it every turn, I might raise her ratings, but I don't know why they didn't give her the Peppy treatment. Next up is Unimet. Unimet is A tier. Wow, a 3-star rated at A tier. You guys might be wondering why. Now let me tell you guys, Unimet is amazing. Very low cooldown tile converter with some utility heal skills on her kit. The only thing that's holding her back from not getting into S tier category is because she's stuck at Ascension 2. If only she was a 4-star, then she would definitely be an S tier unit. And if you haven't watched my other videos that use low rarity units, I use Unimet a lot in those videos. And that's all for the 3-star units. Now we go to the 4-star units. First up, we have Ansha. Ansha is B tier. She's your budget Raphael converter in the Thunder teams. Though her tile converting skill is RNG dependent with a smaller range than Raphael, the low cooldown of it makes up for it since it has 2 rounds cooldown. I've made the showcase video about her, and you guys should check that out also. Next up we have is Lilium. Lilium is also B tier. She's a support unit that can push back the enemies while lowering their defense. She works perfectly well combined with Ravi on a team, but her kit is kinda niche, and you most likely won't have a spot in your team for her unless you main her and simp for her. And her partner, next up is her partner, which is Ravi. Ravi is A tier. Why? Because her teleport with built-in knockbacks is really good. Her teleport doesn't have a range restriction, and she has a good damage. That's why I put her in A tier, and she works pretty well if you pair her up with Lilium, as I've said earlier. Next up is Nadine. Nadine is S tier for now. But since there are no higher rarity healer in the Thunder team, she will remain the top dog for the healer position. And besides healing, she can do tile conversion, and she can also blind at 50% chance if you raise her equipment level. She has good utility, that's why she's rated very high. And then we have, next up is a Kafka. Kafka is A mine A tier. Yeah, A tier. Kafka is a strong sniper. You really want her to be at A3, E10 to feel her awesomeness. I might be biased around her since I use Kafka a lot, but that's what I get when I use her, and she works perfectly well on a Tessa team. And then we have Tessa. Tessa is SS tier. She's broken, guys. She's a 6-star unit disguised as a 4-star unit. I might get a lot of hate from this, but I will stand by my choice here. And people might argue that you need to build a team around her for her to fully shine. But building a team around her is so easy and she's so fun to use. And she deals big PP numbers. And what's more, she's waifu material. So, Tessa supremacy. Now that we are done with the 4 stars, now we go to the 5 stars. First up is the pre-unit, Dyna. Where's my Dyna? I forgot to put her here. But Dyna is a A- tier. Just take note on that one. I have nothing against Dyna. I just find her kit not really appealing at all. Maybe that's why I forgot about her. Next up is Bibian. Bibian is A tier. She can reduce the chain combo requirements and she can buff attack for your team. But that is all that she can offer for the team. I use her in my early game, but for now I don't use her anymore. I prefer Kappa over her because usually I use Tessa team. Next up, the pre-unit, which is Bonachi. Bonachi is B tier. Same as Lilium, she's pre and you can max her out very easily, so that's a plus. But other than that, her kit is kinda niche. Her kit doesn't even synergize with Rabi, and I've showcased it on my Rabi showcase video. And it would have been fun to make a team of pushers that centers around Rabi, but sadly, her kit doesn't work on Rabi's passive. And next up, we have Mia. Mia also is A tier. Although she's better than Kafka, since her skill has higher multiplier, and she can hit all enemies on the field without the range restriction, and they both has 2-round cooldowns, which is also good in a Tessa team composition. Next up, we have the quadruplets. Keating. Keating is A tier plus. She is above the A tier units here, but she is below the S. That's why she is at A plus tier. Keating is a really good utility unit. They can buff the chain combo damage and normal attack damage. And they can also debuff with slow and paralysis, although that one is very conditional. All in all, they might look creepy at first look, but they're kinda cute. Next up, we have the Big Daddy Schwartz. Schwartz is S tier. His HP cut is unparalleled in the game. Very useful, especially in harder stages. And enough said. Beverly, S tier. Very consistent tile converter with low cooldown. She's best paired with Gronru. They work pretty well together. And then we have Nemesis, one of the broken units at max breakthrough. SS tier. Remember that I'm rating the units in their maximum potential, meaning they are at max breakthrough. And max breakthrough Nemesis is broken. Any cross tile converter at max breakthrough are pretty much broken because they have preemptive attacks, and their tile converting skills is really powerful, especially if you can use it at the start of the battle. And now for the highest rarity in the game, the 6 stars. First up, let's go with Rat. Rat is A plus tier. I believe she needs a buff. Her active skill cooldown is very long also, and it has no preemptive. That is why she's the lowest out of the 6 stars here. Maybe alongside with Eve, because next is Eve. Eve is A plus tier, but is better than Rat. Her skill kit is kinda weird. And I feel like she's not that strong compared to the others. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I get about her kit. Other than that, she's waifu. I don't own Eve, but I use Eve in my support units to try her out, but I don't feel she's that strong. Iridon. Iridon is SS tier. Best tile converter if you know how to utilize her prism tiles. And not only has tile convert but can also buff chain combo via her equipment skill. If you don't know how to play Iridon, then you just try to use her a lot. You will get used to her active skill, and it's pretty strong. That is why she is rated very high. And you can see in most higher spire clear, Iridon is a staple in those teams. Gronru, SS tier. Second best converter next to Iridon. Besides her converting skill, she can paralyze, which is pretty much very OP if the boss has no immunity to ailments. And not only that, she's also very waifu material. And next up, we have Michael. Michael is SS tier. One of the best DPS in the Thunder team with teleport. And also has an HP cut utility, and she's broken, and yeah, she's a female, not a male, so she's waifu. Lastly, we have Requiem. Requiem definitely is SS tier. She's a legendary Aurorian, so that speaks a lot. And anyway, she has an insane DPS output, arguably the best. Michael, Tessa, and her are the ones competing for the best DPS unit in the Thunder units. And I think I've covered most of the list here. I should not put the A- here, but I ignored that one. And I forgot Dinah. Yeah, Dinah is in the A-, that's why there is a A- here. But I forgot about her image. So, it is what it is. And that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you could help me grow my channel more. And thank you to everyone who are supporting my channel. I appreciate every one of you. Until next time, peace.